Hi guys, look here and welcome back to another FIFA 18 player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 82 rated Porto striker Francisco Soares. He did cost me 30,000 coins, and in the 4 games that I played with him, he scored me 6 goals and got me 2 assists, and he does have a 2-star, and he does have a 3-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves. I quickly corrected myself there, but getting up into his in-game stats, he does have 89 attack positioning, his 86 finishing, 92 aggression, and 85 reactions. A very nice and fun card for Francisco Soares. But before we get off into his review, I would like to quickly apologise to the people who I promised I would provide them with a Desai review over the weekend. Do not worry, I did not forget, but I unfortunately massively underestimated his price to do the whole of his SBC, which is what I was planning to do for him originally. Thankfully, there are only like 2 more SBCs that I have to do for him, and they are the easier ones, like the AC Milan one and the Marseille one. However, they're still pretty expensive, so that's going to be completed within the next 7 days, and hopefully if you guys still want a video for the Desai review, I know already like TVM and I guess Marshall probably already reviewed them, but if you still want me to review him, then I can try and get a video out in 10 to 12 days. We would have to see. But anyway, getting off into this Soares video, which is what the majority of you people, or in fact pretty much everyone's going to be here for. He's actually a very nice card. He played very well for me, which I was a bit surprised about. I mean, he's got like nice pace and decent shooting. His dribbling looks average. Nice physical. Passing is okay for a striker. But we're going to get off into his pros, and his first pro is going to be his finishing. Now, if I had spent maybe 200,000 coins on this card, I would be saying his finishing was probably quite average, because he did miss on the occasion some simple chances. However, for the most part, for 30,000 coins, you could not complain about his finishing. Very good on one-on-ones, very good from tight angles. Finesse shots were pretty decent. I didn't really think I had any long shots with him. I think pretty much nearly all the goals were inside the box, but honestly, overall, I was really happy with his finishing. Got me into some great areas, and that 82 shooting felt like well into the mid-80s. Obviously, his long shots really do put down his overall shooting, also his penalties and volleys, but the main shooting areas, shot power, finishing, and attack positioning, are very good, and obviously that's what you will kind of mainly be looking at when you're looking at the shooting kind of stats, and he certainly does deliver in those areas, which was very nice to see. His second pro is going to be his pace. He's actually a pretty quick player, 84 acceleration and 90 sprint speed. He's very quick off the mark, and he can continue that pace for quite a long distance. His stamina isn't too bad either, coming in at 88, so you're going to have no problem in continuously just pacing with this guy throughout the whole game. He was able to get away from a lot of players, which was fantastic to see. Unfortunately, his dribbling wasn't great, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. But in terms of his pace, it was one of his best methods of being able to kind of go up and cause problems for the other, other opposition. Obviously, in a counter-attack of scenario situation, he was very good in those areas and being able to kind of take on players with his raw pace, which was very nice to see. Now, he actually doesn't have any cons to the card, but a few things to consider are going to be, first of all, his agility at 77. You can notice it, or I certainly did. I did not like it at all. I was not a massive fan of it. Also, 77 in-game stat dribbling wasn't great either. His 81 balance is average. 81 ball control is fine for a striker, I guess, but that agility and that in-game dribbling, as well as his balance, they've got to be better in my opinion. But they're not too bad for 30,000 coins, I suppose. But for a striker, you do want someone that's going to have better agility than 77, or at least I do. Especially somebody that's, used to playing with like Del Piero and players like Hadji, a lot of awesome wingers as well, like Overmars in the past. I'm used to playing with people with good agility, not so often with the likes of the Soares card, so it's a bit tricky to kind of get my head around that, but it wasn't too bad, I suppose. I also want to quickly touch on his passing. Although passing doesn't matter, actually, his crossing only comes in at 59, yet his 2 assists were both from crosses, so yeah, there's that. But his passing isn't too bad. I mean, 76 short passing is the only stat that you should really be looking at. That I suppose you can kind of look at crossing as well. Free kick accuracy, I'm sure you're going to have somebody that's going to be better than obviously him in the first place. You're probably going to have somebody that's well in the 80s in terms of like a midfielder player, so that doesn't matter. Long passing doesn't really matter for a striker. You're not going to be playing him anywhere else. I wouldn't expect to. So in general, do I think he's a good player? Yes, I do. However, he's one of the bunch in my opinion. There's going to be so many other cards that are going to get released, and there's currently a lot of cards that are really similar to him. There's a lot of better Brazilian players that you can go for than the Soares cards. Unfortunately, I can't think of one off the top of my head. But not a bad player. It's just that, especially in like the next month or two, especially with more man of the matches and eventually with team of the season coming out, he's just going to be practically not good enough really, and there's going to be so many better players who are going to be Brazilian as well as the Portuguese league that are going to be getting much better cards in the next coming weeks and months. But still, overall, not a bad player to go for. I wouldn't personally pay 30,000 coins. However, if he was maybe to go down like under 20k, then yes, I would probably give him a try and just see what you guys think of him. But anyway, guys, that's going to finish up this player review. Thank you very much for watching. I know it has been a long review, but I really hope you guys have enjoyed the video. So anyway, guys, I'll see you later.